Okay, Mason, so looking at that worksheet number one, problem number one, y equals x squared minus 8x plus 18. In the email, in the message that I sent you through Google Classroom, you said you understood how to get that vertex of 4, 2. Okay, you said you understood that, so now I'm going to walk you through the rest of the process. So we're going to plot that point, 4, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 over on my x, up 2. I'm then going to draw a dashed line coming down through that point. Okay, this dashed line separates the graph. Whatever we graph on the right-hand side, we're going to make its mirror image on the left-hand side using reflection, using the idea of symmetry. So we've got our vertex. Now, to find our next couple points, we always take the numbers 1 and 3. Always 1 and 3. Okay. We're going to look at our a value. Once again, I didn't have that written down, so here was the equation. So we said that a value was 1. So the a is 1 in this problem. We multiply. 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. This will give me my vertical change from point to point. Since when we had a line, we always went up and over the same amount each time because the rate of change was constant. That's why we had a straight line. Because we're going to get a curve here, the rate of change is going to change from point to point. Okay, so to find our very next point, we're going to use just this number. Okay, that's our vertical change, means we're going to go up 1. We're always going to go 1 to the right, regardless what any of these numbers are. Always 1 to the right. So from here, I'm going to go up 1, 1 to the right. Okay, so up 1, 1 to the right. It's always 1 to the right. Now, from this point, I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. Always 1 to the right. So now I've got those 3 points. Now I can use the idea of symmetry to reflect them over. This point is 1 unit to the right of the dashed line, so I'm going to make a point 1 unit to the left. This point is 2 units from the dashed line, so I'm going to make a point 2 units to the left. Now I'll have my 5 points that I can draw my curve through. Okay, I want to look at the same exact step on number 2. So number 2, okay, we had a vertex of -2, +1, -2, +1, so that would be right here. Just be careful, the graph paper provided on the worksheet goes up by a half. I'm going up by 1s. But that should be okay. So there's my vertex, -2, +1. Okay, now, once again, I'm going to take the numbers 1 and 3. Always 1 and 3, and I'm going to take my a value. This equation was y equals -x squared minus 4x minus 3, so that a value was -1. So when I multiply across, I get -1 and -3. These are negative numbers, so the vertical change would mean we're going down. Now, once again, regardless if we're going up or down, we're always going to go right to the right one. So from this first point, I'm going to go down 1 to the right 1. Make a point, always to the right one. From the second point, I'm going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3 to the right 1. Okay? Then I'm going to use the idea of symmetry. 1, 2, 1, 2 to reflect those points. You can see this one opens down. Let me know if you can understand finding these points 2 through 4, and then I can go over domain and range.